one module at a time. Morning with Klawndyke, everything's fine. Morning with Klawndyke, everything's fine. Layouts scrolling, stories to unfold. Metal giants, new and old. Scale detail, G-scale night, steam whistle echoes through the morning light. Trains on tracks, engines roar, steam whistle blowing, always want more. Building dreams one module at a time. Morning with Klawndyke, everything's fine. Layouts sprawling, stories to unfold. Metal giants, new and old. Scale detail, G-scale night, steam whistle echoes through the morning light. Trains on tracks, engines roar, steam whistle blowing, always want more. Building dreams one module at a time. Morning with Klawndyke, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Morning with Klawndyke, everything's fine.
Good morning, guys. I think I'm awake this morning. Hope everybody has some coffee. How'd you like that intro? Tell me, isn't that cool or what? Yeah, I stayed up until 2 o'clock this morning farting around putting that together. I think it came out pretty good. Well, good morning, guys. Today, what is on the agenda? One, I'm going to talk about materials. That's been an issue probably the last month. And the sheet goods that I use are not cheap, but most of my sheet goods are no longer usable, and that's money I cannot lose. But in the process of all this, I was able to watch my MDF, my Baltic birch, and my sandy ply to see the results. And believe it or not, I only had an issue with one sheet of, but the rest of it was a whole nother fiasco. I didn't ask. How's my mic this morning? Is everything going good? Oops. There we go. Let's see. Do we have a good mic? A hot mic? I hope it's good. Okay, so as you can tell if you've been following along on Facebook, I've done a couple little changes. Audio is fine. Thank you, Paul. I have gone to MDF for a couple reasons. One, after seeing that the moisture and humidity and dryness doesn't really affect it too much. And plus it is a lot more rigid. I mean, it's not going anywhere. I like it. I honestly do. I think it will work better, if not, or just as good, if not better. They are a tad bit heavier. I think that's the only reason why I ended up going with this versus the MDF. But as far as building on, they're both just as good. And I have zero complaints on either one of them. So just for fun, we're going to go ahead and slap one of these together. Here's my single. I mean, it's a good looking module. Isn't that? You know what I didn't do? I didn't say good morning, Andrew. Good morning, Andrew. How are we doing this morning?
Morning,
Andrew?
Sean. I'm just as awake as you are.
Andrew is minding my my cameras and everything. He's doing a wonderful job this morning, as you can see, hands-free again. Email. Oh, I am. Good, because I need to talk to you. I looked at my emails and I did not see it. And I'm assuming, trying to read the comments here. But yeah, if you could do me a favor and shoot me another email at info@klawndyke.com, KLAWNDYKE, that would be great. I need to find out where you're at. I have a feeling you're in Germany. And if so, let me know, because we're gonna work something else out. I'm tongue-tied. I need more coffee. For anyone that just started watching, Andrew won last week's giveaway.
Ian won last week's giveaway.
Ian. Sorry, I'm not awake.
Netherlands.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to somebody that's closer to you, and we're gonna work something out. We're gonna get you one of those modules. Holland. Oh yeah. Aren't you half you're from Holland and Australia, right? So that would make you down under Dutch, if I remember right. Okay. Do we have any questions yet? Everything going good? Everything's looking good so far. Let's move this stuff out. Now, these are the ones that I've completed so far. I've had to go through and redo all the nodes and stuff in my work. As you can see, that's the single drop. And there is absolutely no difference other than the size of the material. It's a little bit thicker, which makes it a little more rigid. But other than that, the sizing is identical. Oh, I'm doing all this on the fly. Anybody can do it, just put your mind to it. And I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. Andrew's shaking his head back in the corner there. Let's see here. This is the double. I like this. See, the thing is I mean, I'm trying to twist it. And as you can see, I cannot twist this one. See, putting the other ones together, even though the pieces might have been bowed a little bit, they'll flatten out. They're very forgiving. With this, they're rigid. They're not going to bow on you. That's straight. It doesn't matter between the two. They're both beautiful modules. I love them both.
Bob's got a question about how it holds up with humidity long term.
As far as either one of them, once they're together, once either of the modules are together, here's a wooden one. Once you put it together and you put stuff on it and you set it down, it's not gonna move or flex or any of that. The same with the MDF, and you treat it. It's a wood product. You know, when you paint it, you seal it, and it's not. I'm pretty sure the humidity, unless it's extremely dripping wet, you're not going to have a problem with these at all. Okay, let's move this out of the way. And we're going to put together a single. And of course, I didn't bring instructions. Excuse me. Yeah, these will hold up to humidity. I have zero issues. I mean, to look at it, I mean, that's why I've gone to these. My shop it would go back and forth between, you know, humid to dry to humid to dry, and it affected the other pieces of material, but it didn't affect the MDF. And that's why I'm actually going to the MDF. But again, these are no different than the others. Even the top is, see, it's rigid. Not as much flex, but that's fine. I am using two different materials. I'm using true 1/4 inch for the framework all the way around it. And then I am using 1/8 inch for the top. This way it makes it easy to drill through or to cut into it. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. Thought I left my glue out in the shop. Excuse me. So what we're going to use on this module is Tight Bond. This is one of my favorite wood glues. Usually I'll use the Tight Bond and then super glue to help it out as far as holding it, but I forgot the super glue out of the shop. And then we're going to use this regular old blue tape. Clean out these little pieces. Let's see here. Okay, the cool thing about today's show is we're trying something totally different. I have EB Mux sitting right in front of me that I can see. And then Andrew is running the cameras and the main part of EB Mux on the side. I can actually read the comments for a change, which is really cool. The only thing is, at the moment, I cannot highlight the comments. Oh, my better half is on, I see. Good morning, love. Home soap. Is that right? Home soap?
That's old school.
That's old school. Okay.
That's what they used to use back in the day for. Well, I guess a lot of people still do use it for fascia.
Oh, okay.
On big.
Isn't it
stuff.
Sort of like a press board or like an MDF?
I think so. Just a more flexible version. Barry Olson has a question.
That is a good question. I did not manufacture them. I don't know. That's a good question. Probably because the 1020, what is it? The screw size is common, but the insert part, I don't have a clue. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to go ahead and just glue this up. I just lay everything flat. It just makes life easier when you're gluing it. Now the cool thing is, what I notice is, as far as how much material is holding on to the module, once you glue it together, you have a 1/4 inch all the way around that top edge. That locks it in, and every place where the glue is touching, you have a 1/4 inch plus. So for rigidity, it is awesome. What we got here? Oh, Cameo. That is a nice thing about having help. I would have totally forgot about our Cameo view.
Just something a little different.
I am not awake yet. I need another coffee. I don't even have the coffee jitters this morning. I'm running behind. Okay. Now what I like to do is on these, when I put them in, I'll put them in on the outside first. And then really, it's really simple. I just roll these up, slide it together. Oops, there we go. And then these lock everything together. Just like that. Oops. And believe it or not, just like that, there we go. We have one together. Now we're just going to tape it up so it just holds itself together good. There we go. So I'm going to just do the corners. Yeah, these go together so nice. And what do we have for, let's see what we got for videos today. A couple pieces of tape on the top, hold it down. So the nice thing is that top piece keeps everything rigid. Oh, here we have Jimmy with DIY and Digital. Now Jimmy's, oh, this is Lambert? Oh, I had him first. Okay. Oh, where's my, oh, yes, I did. Jimmy Lambert's first. This is cool. This is a must see. If you guys haven't watched this video, you gotta check this one out. This is well done. I mean, very tasteful and very artsy. Lambert has a unique way on his videos, and he does such an awesome job. I'm really impressed, and this one knocked it out of the park. It's got a lot of meaning to it. And the nice thing is, you know, how he explains it and what he does. We don't have to, the thing with the T-Track modules, you don't have to stay railroad. I've seen all kinds of fun ones. Some of the coolest ones that I've seen are Star Wars. You know, they'll have the AT-AT walkers crossing the railway, and the trains will be going underneath. Or my favorite, Godzilla. But you can dress them up any way you want. You don't have to have a railroad strictly railroad. But I love how he does the artist touch on this one. This is a must. I do not have the link down below, but I will add it. And what's our next one? Bob Ross. Gotta love him. Yeah, definitely check him out. He is an upcoming artist, more ways than one. Now there's Jimmy. I had Jimmy on the line. He's using one of my singles and one of the T-Track junctions. And the work that he does on this is really nice. He gives a really cool walkthrough on it. But this is the first one I think I've seen him using the actual phone. And he's got the right tools for it. Yep. Iron City. Charles, actually, I wanted to show some of that video, except it's only in the group, and it wasn't shareable. Now, if you want, we can find a way around things. Because oh yeah, I wanted to show that video. I thought it was really cool. Sorry I missed the beginning of it, but the nice thing is I was able to go back through and watch it all the way through. What group is that in? N scale? Let's see. Charles, what group did you put that video in? If you don't mind tossing it up in the comments, that'd be great. But Charles did a really cool walk around on his layout. There we go. Look at that. Simple as that. There's the front. I covered myself up. I think these go together a little easier than the other modules.
I've been building a whole bunch of your plywood ones. And granted, they were the ones that were kind of your throwaway pieces of the warped stuff.
Yeah.
I can attest, if you get a piece that's a little bit warped, once you glue and tape these and they sit for a day or two, they are square as can be. But these look like they just fold together like you're building a pizza box.
Pretty much. That's a good way of putting it. Now, did you know back in the day they were called pizza box modules?
I did not.
Yeah. So
that's a neat little tidbit.
They would literally build a small layout in the size of a pizza box, which is really cool, or pizza box layout. All right. And who do we have next? We have Kato. Yeah, this is Steve from Steve's Trains. Is another good guy. Now, these are the guys that I like to pay attention to. I love doing what I do, and I feel like I do a very good job at it. But when it comes to model scenery and stuff, these guys blow it out of the park, or knock it out of the park. And this is where I get some of my inspiration, with Jimmy and with Steve and a lot of these other guys. But Steve's talking about this little Christmas train. This is the coolest little train. I didn't see it until now. I didn't even know it was out yet. Shame on me for not paying attention.
I plan on having one of these by the time that little N-scale module layout that you showed me last week. By the time I get that done, I plan on having one of these little Christmas trains. It'll be past Christmas by that point, obviously.
For next year.
But yeah, it'll be cool to show off next year.
Yeah, and that'll work perfect on that little module. The layout is HO. Okay, this is Charles. And okay, you put it in the Iron City N scalars, but it's legit because you do show the Megalodon, and that Megalodon is really cool. I really like what you did with the module. Charles did a double bridge module, and he put a Megalodon. It's from a movie, if I remember right. And he's coming out of the water close to shore, and he's got a jet skier that's sitting on the Megalodon's mouth like he's flying through his mouth. That was a cool one. I really did enjoy that bit. And then we have, this is our hex track. This is we're off a little bit on the. This is our Facebook group for our Hex Tracks modules. So if you're in Facebook, look up Hex Track USA. I've got one right here. Now, this is one of the hexes, and it's Hex Tracks USA. Dave from Hex Track, he sent me some really cool goodies. And some people were asking about backdrops or skyboards. And I was really happy to get this. I don't know if Dave is offering these up for sale or not. Let's see, we have 1, 2, I think 3 different skyboards. But it gives you a good idea of what you can do with any of the modules, be it a T-Track or a Hex or a Mini. Let's see if you can see these. It's a really nice mountain scene. Oh, here, let's go over here. There we go. Forest scene. That one looks really good. And it's done on hard cardstock. That's beautiful. A little cold, but that's a beautiful mountain scene. And they fit perfect on any hex. Whoops. And now Steve is part of the Facebook hex group, and there's also the YouTube channel, which is, what is that? What's the name of his YouTube channel? It is, I got it covered. There it is, Beehive Hex Track, or Hex. Look that one up. Oh, child, it's the Meg 2. Yeah, that module turned out really good. Now, if you guys want to, if you have videos or any pictures of your key-track modules, please email them to me or send me a link to your video. Email, you can get a hold of me at youtube@klawndyke.com. That's simple. It's youtube@klawndyke.com. Oh, we have Amtrak coming through. And I'd love to see what you guys do with these. Apparently, I forgot to turn the TV down behind me.
For everything we had going on this morning, that's the least of worries.
Yes, yes. But it's working. It is all working this morning. This is awesome. I just don't have the jitters. I need to fix that.
Sure, back to your Red Bull.
Any questions? We're all doing good?
I haven't seen anything pop up.
Oops. And my video over here is way behind, but that's okay.
It's because you've got a main screen in front of you. Show
Yes.
everything on as it pops up.
I would show that side of the room, but it's kind of a mess. So that's kind of off limits. Yeah, laugh it up, Andrew.
Let's see words.
But yeah, do we have any questions? Everything good? Let's see here. Let me scroll up here. So Eon, right? Hopefully I'm saying that right.
Barry would like to know what is the rail fan we have on the TV behind you.
Okay. That's literally virtual rail fan.
Left of
The left shoulder?
right down the bottom corner of the screen.
Right there. But then it also gives statistics, and you can't really see it on the screen, but up on top, it shows you where it's at, and this is Fort Medicine, Iowa. And gives you the date and the time. So the cool thing is you can always go back. Say if you see a train going through, you can just barely see it up here. But if you see a train go through and say it has some really cool graffiti on it or something that caught your eye, you can always go back and rewatch it and save it, which is really neat. And there's different places. They have over 100 and some cameras all over the United States, which is really cool. And then there's another group of guys that does it, but I like these. I like their cameras, and they follow the trains as they go by. And it looks like we're good. Well, the biggest reason for the show this morning is I wanted to explain what was going on with the modules. I hate being out of stock. There's no reason for me to be out of stock except for what's happened, and I'm catching up. This is my double. I'm very happy with it. So each one I redo, I don't have to, but I put them together to make sure they go together right. This way I'm not sending out a bogus product, and I want you guys happy with it. Let's see. There's the single. Oh, these are good. They're so rigid. You guys won't be disappointed with these. The only downfall, the only con that I see, to be honest, the pros and cons between the two, is the weight. It probably adds about 4 more ounces to the single, maybe 5. I mean, it's not bad, but that's the only thing that I can see between the two. But oh, and the other thing, I'm going to give a pro on this one, is when you put the inserts in, they go through a lot straighter. These have worked really good, but every once in a while it's easy to get one at an angle. But I've noticed with these, they go in perfectly straight. All right. Let's see. I like to say thank you guys. Give me a thumbs up. That all helps. Oh, we forgot about this. This is thank you for keeping me on my toes, Andrew. Um, this is at the G Scale Club here in Des Moines. It's Merle Hay Station. You can go to Merle Hay Mall, and it's a beautiful layout. This is the furniture factory that I've been working on for the last 8 months. It's been slowly going together. It's been missing an awning over the cars. I mean, the guys keep getting wet whenever it rains inside the building, and it's raining inside the building on occasion right now because we have a bad roof. But it's all getting fixed. But we got to keep the guys that are working on the dock nice and dry. So I went ahead and designed up this really cool, I guess awning or a cover, a lean-to. And I took the supports off of the idea off of another building from I want to say it was late 1800s that had a cover over the rails, and it turned out, I think, exceptionally well. It just added a whole new look to. This is going to be the furniture factory on our layout, and hopefully we'll be adding this to the ops. So when we run ops sessions, we'll be able to run in and run out of the furniture factory. We'll have receiving on the outside and what would you call it on the inside? Well, you'd shipping. It'd be shipping on one side, receiving on the other. But I've been having a lot of fun putting this together. It's taking a little bit of time, but every time something is added, it adds that nice little special touch. So if you are in the Des Moines area on Sundays, they're open from noon to 3. You got to check it out. It's really cool, and there's also a small HO layout there too. It's kind of tucked in the corner, but it's in there. And that's on Sunday. So if you're in the Des Moines area and it happens to be a Sunday, go to Merle Hay Mall, and they're not too far from the food court. They're pretty easy to find. A bunch of good guys, except for. Okay, we're doing good. All right, guys. Well, I hope everyone has a wonderful week. Tonight, check out Dave Gatton if you're interested into CNC routing and anything of that nature. He does a Q&A Wednesday nights. There is a link to that down below. I'll try to make sure that I get other links in there with these videos that I showed you. And I definitely need some more coffee. So, did I miss anything? We all good? We are perfect. Guys, you have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you next week. Saturday, if you're not doing anything, come hang out with us. We talk about anything CNC. It's called Making It Up As We Go, Arabella Design. Ryan's an awesome host. It's a lot of fun. So if you have questions about 3D printers, lasers, or if you want to see what's going on in the world, that's one of the things that we talk about. So check it out. Well, everybody, have a wonderful day. Peace.